Good morning. I'd like to call the council meeting to order for the city of Freeport on April the 14th, 2026. Please stand for invocation and pledge.
If you would, let's pray. Dear Lord, just thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to serve the citizens of Freeport. Right now, we just ask for wisdom as we take care of the business of Freeport. Please watch out after us. Give us wisdom. In Christ's name we ask this. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning again. Our consent agenda under tab 1 is the bills for the city of Freeport. And under tab 2 is a regular council meeting minutes for March the 26th, 2026. Is there any public comment on the consent agenda? If not, I'll ask the council for approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Councilwoman Hafner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hirsch.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan.
Aye.
And Councilman Dickey.
Aye.
Motion carried. Are there any additions or deletions to today's agenda?
I've got one, Mayor. Beach traffic sign.
Any other? Ask for a motion to accept the addition.
Make the motion to accept.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Councilwoman Hafner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hirsch.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan. And Councilman Dickey.
Aye.
Staff report, city manager.
Good morning, council and mayor. I have one thing for you this morning. I don't know if I need a motion or not, but Bruce and I were at a meeting out at the Bulldog Road sewer plant with the USDA folks, and they made the mistake of asking if there's anything else they could do for us. And I said, yeah, we need about 75 million for another sewer plant. And they said, oh, sure, we can get you the loan papers. And I was like, huh? I didn't think we, for many different reasons, could have two at one time and some other stuff. But this is just a loan, just like we would get from a bank, except it would be through USDA. So they did send Bruce and I the application, and obviously there's quite a bit of paperwork. So just looking for approval or direction to be able to go down that rabbit hole and see what we can do.
So I would like the council to make a motion to explore that because it's officially submitting the application. A couple comments in addition. Certainly with USDA's current programs, the amount of grant money they have available to them is very small, if not non-existent currently. However, the USDA program, it's not a function of we're late in the cycle, or it's not a function of we're not eligible. It is a function of the shift in the dollars that have been allocated. So what's happened is they have more money allocated presently, as we understand the program, to their loan side. And because of that, there are less restrictions. We have talked about waiting till October to figure out where we are with SRF. And while we are very hopeful SRF would contribute a large sum of money to this, we're all clear that we had talked about private financing to make up the difference. Based on this statement from USDA, one, the interest rate is going to be well below lending standard. I believe there are, 4 3/4, Mark?
4.5.
4.5,
yeah.
all right, even better than I thought. So we're under 5, and they run a 40-year term. Now, we all talk about 40 years, probably bad decisions for people on their home mortgages and things like that. There is a very big benefit, though, and Jeremy from PFM could stand up here and talk for an hour about this, by the way, but there's a very big benefit to local governments that are doing long-term infrastructure improvements, because if you still have pending USDA financing open when you need to do improvements on that same facility, you automatically move to the top of their list for additional funding, grant or loan, because they already are invested in the project.
That's good.
But the biggest problem we have is the moment we take private financing, we may well be deemed a local government with alternative private resources. The moment we're deemed that, we will lose the ability to qualify for these unique USDA programs. We all know Freeport's not nearly as rural as we were when we first started getting this, but because of our longstanding relationship, we still categorize as rural, and we still categorize as a community that, because of their investments, is prioritized. I do believe it is worth us exploring this through USDA. If we can find 12 million from SRF to more lines in the ground, pipes or something else, then I think we can look at it. But the other side of it is, if they're willing to give us the money now, and we know we're getting close on design, we could be at bid for this summer. And now you go from a 5-year project to a 2 or 3. And Mark's saying 3, but if you bid it this year, you're going to have
less
something on the ground in 24 months compared to not even breaking ground for 24 months.
Right.
And now whether we're able to actually take the pressure off the rest of the system, I'll defer to the engineers about it. We have not talked in great detail, Jeff Archer. One of the reasons why we are asking the motion is that the council does need to be aware, it may well be when we lay out what our intended bid proposal is to do this Aeromod style of plant, that we may still run afoul of some USDA sole source or single source guidelines. The advantage of what we could do, though, because it is not grant money, it is loan money, is we are less restricted under the Code of Federal Regulations, the CFR, than we would if there's true grant money coming in. And 2, we know that a large portion of this plant is still brick and mortar construction. There are only a few parts that are unique single source elements. It may well be that what we can do is fund the acquisition of those elements out of our own reserve balances and use the balance of the loan elsewhere. And we may not, and with a USDA loan, understand, they pay as you go. Those payouts are rigorous. And so the bottom line is, it's not like you're gonna be on the hook for $75 million accruing interest. We could play that out over the next several years. So this gives us flexibility. It changes our approach radically. But I think it's worth at least starting the application. The worst thing, they'd deny us. So I would ask for a motion to authorize the city manager to prepare and have the mayor execute the appropriate loan documents. I've already spoken to Ms. Herring with Brian Miller Olive about this. We're gonna have a call with Jeremy. I know she was getting back with Jeremy with PFM so that we can start doing the analysis that they'll need on our debt service and our revenue streams. So,
I'll make that motion. to
Second.
explore.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Any public comment? Councilwoman Hafner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan. And Councilman Dickey.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Engineering.
Morning, Council, Mayor.
Morning.
We have a proposed change order for you for the, thank you. Before you is a change order from ECSC, so that is the contractor who's currently doing the US 331 South sewer extension project. So this change order is for the LaGrange Road sewer extension. So this is the project that the county had approved back in December for the city to go ahead and design and construct with the remaining ARPA funds that the county has. So this will include sewer utilities in the LaGrange Road per that figure that you have attached to your packet. Now it's only pipe in the ground. It doesn't include any of the actual sewer service connections, but because we just don't have the funding to pay for it all. But there will be pipe in the ground in these areas to service all those properties. So with that, it is a change order in their current contract for $1,154,687.71, and they would complete all this work by October 1st of this year. So I'd be looking for a motion to approve this change order and issue them a notice to proceed on the construction.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Is there any public comment? Councilwoman Hafner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst,
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan, and Councilman Dick.
Aye.
Motion carried.
That's all I had. Thank you, council.
Thank you.
Finance?
Good morning, Council and Mayor.
Good morning.
The item I have here is item 5. Excuse me. It's to receive a motion and approval to pay the amount we owe the county for the Bear Creek Bridge replacement. We have the agreement in place. It was finished in '24. It was never billed, never settled, and so this is a request to have the budget amendment so that we can go ahead and record this and pay that this year.
I have just a quick question on that, Mayor, if I can.
Councilwoman Hafner.
Thank you. Bruce, I was just curious, did the county bring this forward?
They brought it to us as
At
they
this
were
point?
reviewing.
Okay.
Right, and I have
Got it.
asked them, are there any other items that we need to be aware of?
Sure.
I found the documentation and
Sure.
found where we did receive that back in '24.
For sure,
But
me
we
too. I
didn't
just hate
record
it's
that.
been so, I hate,
Yeah.
it was
Been this
that long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Is there any public comment? Councilwoman Hafner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan. Councilman Dick.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Parks?
Good morning, council, mayor.
Good
morning.
So I have an update on the pool for the opening day. It's gonna be Memorial Weekend. And also have the hours of the pool also. So we can put it on the website, put it out to the public so they would know.
What's Mako's? I'm sorry, what is that?
It's a swim team.
Oh, swim team. Okay, sorry, I was just curious. So when it says like aerobics or lap, is that anybody can do it, or is that like a group?
Anybody can do that.
Oh,
They can-
okay, that's
yes,
just the
they-
time for that?
Yes,
Okay.
this is the time.
Got it.
The people that wanna do
Thank you.
aerobics.
Sure,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Looks good. Thank you.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Is there any public comment? Councilwoman Hafner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan, and Councilman Dick.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sewer?
Good morning.
Come before y'all, asking for your approval for 3 of us to be able to go to the Fats Oil and Grease Management Inspector Training down in Sarasota. Each one of them, for each one, I think it's $1,005 for all 3 of us to go to it. The lodging's gonna be what the most expensive part of it is. It's $1,881 for 3 nights.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion?
I just have one question, Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we members of the Florida Industrial Pretreatment Association?
We are not members of it, no ma'am.
Is that something that's for wastewater, like treatment?
No, what it's about is our grease trap ordinance. It's about us learning how to implement and manage this grease
Oh,
trap
the grease,
ordinance.
okay.
And have all our i's dotted and t's crossed, so we do it right.
So is that something we should look at a membership in the
Mm.
future for your team, or no, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was just curious.
Any other discussion? Any public comment? Councilwoman Hafner.
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Aye.
Councilman Ferris.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brennan, and Councilman Dick.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Well, thank you.
We're down to the Employee of the Month and Supervisor of the Quarter. Want to come down and present those, please? Councilman Ferris.
Mayor and council, I put on the agenda, and Rebecca's gonna pull it up. Everybody, I think the majority of the people know, I have a special needs grandchild, Braden. He's autistic and he has some other issues, but he has a heart of gold. And one of the things over the years, I have a heart for our special needs kids. Special needs can range from different things. You have some that can't do a whole lot to some that can. And one of the things that I do agree with, that I feel that we need to look at when we get the property from the cars, is to be able to put in these pictures that we're gonna be looking at. This is something that the school district put in at Freeport Elementary. And it is it's a sensory part, special needs kids. You've got different things that they can play on. There's things that they can touch that will make a sound. You have little cymbals that they can hit. It makes a noise. All of the padding that was done, it's got a crushed asphalt, where it's bushy and they can stand on. These here are things that the kids can take and hit, and it makes a musical sound. On the some of the playground equipment, the swings they have, a child is able to get in them. They were looking down the road of getting one where if you've got a child in a wheelchair, that can just be pushed up and get in there, they're secure. I do feel we've got a lot of special needs children in our community and in our area. It's all fenced in, where then that way you've got where parents can sit, look at it. This is just an example. And this is something that the school district done. They dedicated it. It's called Ethan's Playground Area. It was dedicated for a child named Ethan that passed away about a year or so ago. And they dedicated it to him. It's really nice. It's something that I think we need to look at when we do the car property, about putting something in for special needs children where you do have a fenced-in area. And this here costs probably about $150,000, $160,000 of what the school district put in. But if any of you ever get a chance, go by Freeport Elementary, and I will be more than glad to take you out there and show it to you. But it's something that I feel that we need to look at when we start developing the car property, of having that. And then another thing that I looked at is our grandson Braden, is called a Miracle League field. Here several years ago, Niceville has one, Bay County has one. But on the Miracle League field, and if you read the material that's in the handout, this is something that these kids, even in wheelchairs, they are able to play baseball. You have volunteers that help them. When my grandson Braden played at the Miracle League over in Niceville, I was so impressed to see kids that were in wheelchairs and they were pushed around. You've got a certain material on it that makes it easy, and it's something that these kids want to play. They want to be part of what's going on. And this is another thing that I would love to see, for us to look at and be able to see if we can get grants or whatever when we start developing the car property, to have this field, a Miracle League field, where Freeport's central. And we would end up, I believe we would have kids from Defuniak, kids from South Walton that would come. And if you've never seen this, it will touch your heart if you go and you watch these kids, to see their disabilities. But someone told me one time, it's not the disability, it's the ability.
That's right.
The ability that they have, and it will touch your heart to be able to watch them. And I just feel that this is something this city needs. Latilda.
I just want to add to what Mr. Ferris says. Some of you know that I have 17 grandchildren. 3 of those grandchildren ranging from age 25, age 19, and age 14 are all on the spectrum and have various degrees of disability. Some that it's never going to allow them to live independently of their parent, and some of them, with the right opportunities, are going to be able to be productive in society. And Mr. Ferris is right. This is an opportunity we have with the property that we are obtaining from the cars for a park to mainstream those children with unique abilities and allow them to participate in an area so that they feel they're being given opportunities comparable to children who do not have these issues. I think it's a wonderful thing. I agree that we're centrally located, that we can provide for needs that are not currently being met in our area. And with a motion from the council to include both of these elements into the car property, I can assure you that those things will be prioritized in the park that we put at the car property.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to add one other thing. I love the idea of both the field and the park. I would like us to entertain maybe putting in some different types of attractions in the park that are for maybe a little older in age children. Children, you know, oftentimes get overlooked once they are older, elementary and even middle school, especially children that have delays, and you know, they're still interested in going and playing, and I want to make sure that we, you know, get some so that we get some different types of activities and things, sensory devices that appeal to that age group as well, just to entertain that, so that they're included
I think that's
as
a
well.
really good idea, because so
Yes.
often there are segments of
Yes.
young people, they don't like to be called children, but there
Correct.
are young people that are not yet adults that
Mhm.
feel like they're lost in the
Yeah.
mix
Yeah.
and that
Yes.
they don't get considered. But again, with approval from the council, I can make sure that these things are taken care of and receive priority when we're doing our planning for those parks. So I just need a motion from the council to move
I'm
forward.
gonna make the motion for you to look into that, because to me, this is very important.
I agree. I just
I
like
second.
it be on the record that
Yes.
this is a council priority, so that as we
Yes.
move forward, I have some teeth and say, nope, this gotta go here, gotta go.
So
Thank you.
motion's been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion?
Just a quick comment, I've already sent this information to Liberty Partners so they can start looking for any kind of money.
That's great.
Yeah, we can start planning immediately.
Good.
Thank you.
Is
Thank
there
you
any
for
public-
that.
Yes.
Any public comment? Councilwoman Hafner?
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst?
Aye.
Councilman Ferris?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brandon? And Councilman Gibson? Aye. Motion carried. Thank you.
y'all.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Hurst.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'm excited to be able to tell everybody that we are ready to light up the first phase of our lighting project in the Veterans Memorial Park. And we've kind of tossed around April 23rd, which is our next CC meeting, the evening meeting, and doing it after. I just wanted to make sure everybody's good with that date and comfortable with going ahead and moving forward with that. We are inviting the public and all other surrounding local governments, members and of the military, first responders, to the event to celebrate with us, to see how wonderful the landscaping group has done on this. And so I just want to, I don't know if I need an official emotion. I do, okay, so.
Please.
All right, so I'll make a motion that we set the Veterans Memorial Light Up reveal for April 23rd, immediately following, approximately 7:15, but immediately following the next city council meeting.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Is there any public comment? Councilwoman Hafner?
Aye.
Councilwoman Hurst?
Aye.
Councilman Ferris?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brandon? And Councilman Gibson? Aye. Motion carried.
Thank y'all.
You'll get with me, I have a list of emails.
Wonderful.
Councilwoman Hafner?
Yes, I just wanted to bring back up, it's almost that time that we'll have beach traffic coming, so to ask Mark to get with the sheriff's department to get, or I think it was either county or sheriff's department, to get that sign that we put out for people not to cut through 331 business like we did last year, to where it says, straight for traffic. So I just wanted to bring that up, as we're getting close on that. If that's good for council. I don't have to do anything for that, Clay, right? Mark can just,
No, he can reach
Connect.
back out just like he did last year. Council
Okay.
made a motion last year to address it, so.
So, I got a couple of questions. You just beat me to the punch. So the good news is, we have our own sign now. We can use, we
okay.
can use
all
our
right.
sign. The question is, do you want to put it where we put it last year, or would you be open to the idea of putting it somewhere like around the corner but off of 331 Business? And the reason I ask, we do it on US 331, we gotta get a DOT permit, which we can do, but it's a little bit more of a process. If we'd put it somewhere in the 331 Business right away, we would be dealing with the county instead of the state. We'll put it either place, we know how to do either way.
Are they gonna, I'm worried that your spot, they're not gonna be able to, they're gonna have turned before they see it,
We can put it same place we put it last
right?
year.
I think it needs to be on 331.
Okay?
I think 331, because it kind of defeats the purpose when they get down business, everybody's turning around and going back the other way.
Yeah, that'll
They're
be
not gonna turn
messy.
around.
Okay?
Yeah.
We'll
yeah,
put it
north
the
of
same
lot.
place we put last year. So Casey, we
But
get
I
to
wouldn't
do
be,
it.
I wouldn't be
DOT.
opposed to us putting another one.
Yeah,
on
we could
ours.
get,
I think, it wouldn't bother me if we had one out front, and they didn't see that one, and they went ahead and turned.
we could still
we
get
could
one
actually
from the
think two
sheriff's
would be
office.
great.
We'll see, last year we got lucky because DOT had one sitting around, so to
Yeah.
speak. If they'll let us do it again, I'll ask.
Perfect, thank you.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any public comment? If not, meeting's adjourned.
Good job.